Hi there, I'm Henry Kreuter and I'm a golfer. And what I'll share with you now is that there's a neurological connection, the neuromusculature system, that fires when you increase the brain power and you make the brain power very confident in relating the brain to the body. So I'm going to show you a small exercise here using 3 balls, and you'll see if you can get where I'm coming from. So, the art of juggling. I've looked into juggling because one of the athletes I've interviewed for The Aging Athlete, a book project that I've been on since 2009. And subsequent to that time, I've interviewed more than 770 high-performance athletes, high school, college, and professional, military, dancers, and I'm even putting general contractors in there. These are the high-performance physical people. How they got there along the way, what was the path they took as young people, how they maintained that during their peak years, and what they transitioned to after their high-performance physical years. And I've also asked them to look at the 10 people they still stay in contact with after their high-performance years. So that puts me up in the ballpark of 6,700 people that I'm drawing upon, and I've taken that knowledge and the wisdom that these people have shared, and I put much of this into my book project called The Aging Athlete. So while I was doing this book, I landed upon a world-class juggler, the only original member of the brothers Karamazov juggling troupe, the Flying Brothers Karamazov they call themselves, and he's the only one still going. So he's the perfect athlete for me to interview for my book project. And what he told me was there's a Oxford University study that talks about the brain and increasing brain power, and juggling is one of the most powerful physical activities you can do, especially group juggling, because you've got things happening where you're communicating in a physical way with people on various levels around you. Let's say there's 4 different jugglers and they're passing clubs back and forth, juggling clubs. So, Indian clubs they're also known as. So, they're passing these juggling clubs back and forth, and the neurology that fires is incredible. So that's one of the things that I would bring to a golf program, is the art of juggling and how that improves your mind-body connection, and it increases your brain power so that you could be doing better in your schoolwork. Imagine that, increasing the brain activity level. So we're not just going digital on the smartphone, we're going actual physical, and it's also a release. And a lot of golfers get stressed out with all the programming that we do, and we teach golfers, and then they're students, let's say, and they've got families, they've got responsibilities at home. There's a lot going on that over-programs people. So taking people out in a natural setting, grounded to the earth, so you can take your shoes and you can remove them and you get grounded to the earth, and there are many studies that are done on this, but you assume the same voltage as the earth, and that's something you don't see golfers walking around in bare feet on the golf course. But in the training portion of a program that I'd be involved in, I would bring grounding, and it's a great stress reliever, and it's an amazing project for the mind, body, and spirit. So there are a few things. The ability that I've derived over the years from golf has been being born in a Gilligan body. Now, when you're born in a Gilligan body, you have to learn how to generate power and control. So I've got a lot of height, but I don't have a lot of width. So what I've done is, like Gary Player, the famous golfer from South Africa, I became a fitness person from the age of 6. When I was a kid growing up in New Jersey, I watched Jack LaLanne on TV, and I was sold the first time I saw Jack LaLanne, the godfather of fitness from the United States. And he lived to the ripe old age of 96 and didn't miss workouts. And so same thing with me. I started doing Jack LaLanne type stuff, and then I got my first weight set at age 10, and I do not miss. That's mind, body, and spirit, physical activity, and actual conditioning programs, or hikes, or runs, or sporting, or martial arts. I do that every day and I do not miss, and that I attribute to my happiness and my wellness. And at age 55, I just turned 55 a few days ago, I attribute that to my brain not suffering from dysfunction and memory loss with age. So I'm a big believer in the mind-body connection and mind-body and spirit, and doing the right thing. So eating right, taking siestas, not overdoing things. And I am still ripping it with 170 pounds, the same as I was 20 years ago. So I'm really fortunate that what I've done has worked, and I'd like to teach that to other people. And golf is my passion, it's my love, and it's definitely got a strong mental component, and we all need work on relaxation. So I'm going to teach golfers and golf students the relaxation methods that I do, so we calm the mind down and we almost go into a trance, which is, if you look up the history of Tiger Woods, he was put into a trance before most of his competitions by a hypnotherapist, and a lot of people don't know that, and I'm not suggesting we do that, but that's what Tiger did in his program. And he also grew up with a father who was an elite military person who trained him in a lot of the mental production and mental efficiency and stress relieving things and focus drills that they do in the military. So I'm Henry Kreuter, and I'm applying for a job as a coach, and I hope you'll give me the opportunity to take what I do and bring that to your athletes. And I'm also a safe driver. I don't drink and I don't do substances, and I focus and I shush everybody else. If I'm in the driving and we're in a place where I need to concentrate, I shush them. And so that's what I do, and looking forward to bringing my message to your team. Aloha. Please contact me through my website, theagingathlete.com. For